Good morning, my friends. It's been a hot minute since I was here. I think the last time was when I did the interview with Dr. Weiner. So today is what? I don't even know. I'm just coming back from vacation. I got home last night. I think it's July 10th, um, Thursday. And I'm here to talk to you about some exciting news and the next phase of my weight loss journey. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Elizabeth. I am 53 years old. I am 5'5". I began my weight loss surgery journey at 402 pounds in January of 2014. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on April 14th, 2014, at 360 pounds. The lowest weight I got down to was 198 pounds. And I maintained it about 208 for a couple of years. And before I left to go to Bogota, I was a whopping 240 pounds. So today, July 10th, I am 234.5 pounds. So I had a 5-pound loss on my vacation. How crazy is that? And there's a reason for that. So obviously I've been struggling with regain for the last year and a half. I have tried various things, but I've been pretty inconsistent with my efforts, with the exception of exercise, which exercise is just a part of my life now. Although I haven't been in, I say that, and yet I have not been to the gym in 3 weeks, but I will be back tomorrow. Sorry, I had to respond to a text really quick. So been up and down, back and forth, and about that. And so it looks like I'm getting ready to start the plastics journey, which I am super excited about. I have been sort of ambivalent about this because I really did not think that I would be able to, I just didn't think I'd be able to afford it because I would have to pay for it all by myself. And so sort of had never, even though I've had several consults, I really just never felt like, honestly, that it was a possibility. And also, I'm a little scared. However, my brother lives in Bogota. I went there last week to see my new niece, Sophie, who is adorable, and I'm in baby love for sure. I was so sad to have to leave. But I was there for a week, and maybe Monday or no, I guess it was last Friday, I started thinking, let's see if maybe I can get an appointment with a plastic surgeon here to just see, to play it out and see what the deal is. And so I did some online research to find people who were certified by the U.S., that were recommended by the U.S. Board of Plastic Surgeons, or whatever it's called, and also the Colombian Board of Plastic Surgery there, because they're, anywhere you go when you're doing travel tourism, you need to make sure that your plastic surgeons are certified as official members of the board, because anybody can do plastic surgery, basically. So you have to make sure that they're part of the credentialed board in the area, and wherever you live. Particularly, I think, when you're doing traveling for plastics. So actually found 3 people in the immediate area who also specialized in post-bariatric plastic surgery, which was interesting because really, I mean, yes, there are a lot of people here who do that, I guess, but I don't know. I just thought that was interesting that there were that many in the small, I mean, probably within a 10-mile radius of where my brother lives. So was able to get an appointment with one of those people. I went to meet with her. I had an appointment on Tuesday morning with her. I was sort of blown away. Number one, she had surgeries all day, and she came into the office at 7:00 specifically to meet with me, which I thought was lovely. And because she knew I was getting ready to leave, she spent an hour and a half with my sister-in-law and I, going through everything at a very specific level of detail, making recommendations. And there were a lot of reasons that I liked her. And I'm going to do a little more due diligence before I sign on the dotted line. But not that there is a dotted line to sign, but you know what I mean. So, she did a fellowship in post-bariatrics plastic surgery in Brazil. She was just so thorough and so committed to focusing on, so there were a couple things that I really liked. Okay, so she was so committed to focusing on what is making sure that I am in the best possible place when I have the surgery to get the best results. And really sort of looking at it as a whole body thing. What I had decided that I wanted to start with if I was doing surgery in another country was brachioplasty and breast augmentation, because I just feel like that's a little bit easier of a surgery than a 360 or abdominoplasty, and it would give me a chance to feel, to figure it out and see how I did, how doing it abroad was, etc. Before I did the big guy. So what we're going to do first is brachioplasty. And I can't remember what she calls this, but I have, can you see that? That is a lot. That is all loose skin at my side boob. And that is honestly where the most loose, because my stomach, there's still fat there. So this is the most loose, saggy skin. So we'll do a brachioplasty, because there's where my muscle is, and all this is crap. See? Oh, isn't that attractive? So attractive. So we'll do a brachioplasty and a whatever this is called for the side boob, and then a breast augmentation at the same time. Kicker is she wants me to lose 40 pounds before we do this. She's going to give me a little leeway on the first surgery, but I have to be there so maybe 30, 35 for the first surgery, and then, but definitely at the 40 pounds by the time I have the abdominoplasty. But I don't know. They're going to be taking some pounds off here. I know we're going to add some, but they're also going to be taking some off. So, and at first I was like, oh, can I do that? Because that's my lowest weight. So 40 pounds would be getting back basically to my lowest weight. But I was telling, but I was like, I can do it. And there's a couple of reasons she does that. One, for safety and complications. And also the insurance that she uses for complications is very strict on what your BMI is, et cetera, as you go into the surgery, where you're covered for 100% covered for any complications from the minute the surgery starts to 30 days after. Of course, this would be in Bogota, and it would be at the best hospital in Bogota. If there are any complications, they take you to the best hospital there. And fascinatingly enough, I don't know why it's fascinating to me, but it shouldn't be. But the Colombian medical system is one of the top in the world. So we would do that. And then about 6 months later, I could come back for an abdominoplasty. So at first I was, can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? I really want to do it. I really liked the pictures I really liked how committed and excited she was. And you just didn't feel like a number. And she, is very committed to getting the best work. And she showed me pictures also of people who had similar body types to me. So people who were not, 30 years old, and who had not, and who had lost 200 pounds, and who had an apple-shaped body like mine. And she showed me those results, and I was very pleased with what those results look like. So then, and they hadn't given us the pricing until they were going to message us the pricing after we left. So in the cab on the way back, I was thinking about it. It's like, could I lose 40 pounds? Could I lose 40 pounds? Before we got home, we got the text with the pricing. And I was like, hella yes, I can lose 40 pounds. The cost for, and this sort of makes sense because the peso, the Colombian peso, is like a third of the US dollar. So basically, for pretty much anything I bought there that was not imported from the US, it was like, say something was 5,000 pesos in Colombia, it would be the equivalent of something I would pay $15 for here. So that's basically how the plastic surgery lined up too. So for both of those surgery, or for actually it's four, total of 4 surgeries. So the first one is 3. The brachioplasty, I think it's like a thorax something, and breast augmentation comes out to about 4,100 US dollars. So that would be the equivalent of $12,000 here. And the abdominoplasty is a little bit less than that. So all in for all the things to the plastic surgeon. I mean, I'll have to pay for separately for cardiac clearance and blood work, but it covers everything. And it's also, she does, I can't remember what it's called, liposuction as well in all the areas. And she will also be doing that on my thighs during the abdominoplasty. So all in, probably it will be for the medical clearances stuff that I have to pay for separately. I think for all of these surgeries, it'll be about $10,000 US. So when I got that, I was like, hella to the yes. I mean, that's feasible, manageable. So originally I had thought, before I went in, she told me I need to lose 40 pounds. I'm going back to Bogota in November for my niece's baptism. And I thought, well, maybe I can, at the end of that week with family, I get to have the surgery there. I just don't think that's going to work for a variety of reasons. Number one, I'm not totally sure I can lose 40 pounds by then. Who knows? Maybe I can. My goal right now, so I'm going to see her again when I come back in November. And we're going to see where I am with my weight. And oh, here's the other thing. So I came in saying 360, even though generally I have thought I didn't need a 360 because I carry all my weight in my front. I'm very apple shaped. And so I said that's what I was looking for. And after she looked at me naked, she goes, you really don't need, as of right now, you don't need a 360. You need an extended abdominoplasty. But let's see, when you come back in November and we see what your body looks like when you've lost this additional weight, then we can make an ultimate decision there. So that might, if it's a 360, then I'm probably going to raise the price. But this is based on an extended abdominoplasty. And so I'm going to go back in November. And I think while I'm there, my sister-in-law is a nurse. And I think I may do my cardiac clearance and my blood work and everything there just to make it easier and cheaper. And so we'll do that in November and then schedule the first surgery in January or February. So in terms of timing, how long would I have to be there? The altitude in Colombia is very high. It's like 1.5 miles above sea level. And you guys know I basically live at sea level. And I did, the first couple of days I was there, have a real issue with altitude sickness. Not a real issue, but I mean, I was severely out of breath when we were walking, and I would get nauseous and dizzy. It was gone by the 3rd day, but the first couple of days were a little rough. But so basically, you have to be in Colombia for 3 days before the surgery so that you can get acclimated to the altitude, and then you would have the surgery. For the abdominoplasty, you spend 1 night in the hospital. For the brachioplasty and breast augmentation, I would go home the same day. So I'm probably going to be there 15 days for the first surgery and probably 20 days for the second surgery, which is fine because I can work from there and I can stay with my family. And also, just so I don't want to be too much of an imposition on my family in terms of taking care of me. The cost of labor is so low there, and my sister-in-law works at a hospital. So probably what I will do is just pay someone, a nurse from her hospital, to come in and check on me every day and everything and make sure it's all good. So I cannot even tell you guys how excited I am about this. This feels like, I was talking to Melly May about it, and she pointed out something that I had never really thought about before, which was that when you're on your weight loss surgery journey, that transition is like 1.5 years. or year and a half, to where you're going from super morbidly obese to a normal body size person. And she said the thing about plastics is you wake up transformed. And she said, I felt much more transformed after plastics than I ever did after weight loss surgery. And I'm getting super excited about it. And I'm just it makes my heart happy that so many people have reached, because I post about it on Facebook and Instagram, that so many people have reached out to say how excited they are for me. I'm excited for me too. I am thrilled. I would like to get both of these surgeries done in 2020. And yeah, so back to weekly videos. I will be checking in like I did in the beginning every week. I'm not sure what day yet. Maybe Thursday. We'll see. Oh, well, I'll talk about that next week. Because I basically gave you the whole plastic thing here, but there was one other thing that she recommended that I'll talk about next week to give me something to talk about. Okay, guys, I am glad to be back. I am ready to smash these motherfucking goals and lose the weight I need to lose to do this. So that's what I got. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.